I've told you guys before, I'm not a part of the Sims community. I don't like the Sims community. I think it's full of very horrible people. And over the past few days, they have proven themselves. I don't really talk about this stuff because I don't really like to give them any attention because, like, why would I waste my breath? But some things have happened that I'm sure you guys are interested in knowing about. On the subject of wasting my breath, I actually have an issue with my voice box right now. That's why I may sound weird. I told myself I would take a break from recording, and here I am recording a video. So if I sound like a zombie, it is because I can't shout, I can't whisper, I can't laugh. Although I know a lot of you guys find my laugh annoying, so maybe that's a good thing for you. Firstly, I want to talk about the recent Sims 4 patch updates. Now, obviously, this big patch update that the Sims team bigged up as being able to finally fix the game actually broke the game in many ways. It did fix the game in many ways, but it also broke the game in many ways too. This included things like bringing back the incest glitch, amongst many other issues. For me personally, even though they've released some like hot fixes now for that update in order to try and resolve them, I'm still noticing things. For example, today I recorded an episode of my upcoming Love Struck Let's Play, and pretty much like 50% of the Sims in my socials panel disappeared. I'm also experiencing a lot of stuttering, although hopefully they will continue to provide even more fixes. I'm assuming they've been working hard because they've already released like 3 or 4 over the past few days, so it looks like they are taking it seriously. But either way, a lot of Simmers got very mad about that, which to be fair is fair enough. But then of course the Sims community being the Sims community, people started getting mad at each other, of course, but they also started getting really mad at modders, even to the extent where a certain modder has been doxed. I have no idea what doxing means because I'm not chronically online. I don't know what these things mean until I googled it. Apparently it means basically when you reveal somebody's personal information. So that happened to a modder, and it's because they haven't updated one of their mods. Apparently the modder is on vacation. Oh my god, that was so American of me. Apparently the modder is on holiday, but I don't know. People were arguing that this modder should have updated their mod quickly because they have a lot of Patreon members who are paying them lots of money, and one may argue that this modder has paid customers, which is true. And if you are a paying customer, for example, you're donating money to one of your favorite modders on Patreon, you most certainly do have the right to ask that modder, when are you providing a fix for your mods? Hey, your latest mods have broken in the latest patch. Do you have a time frame on when you're going to fix them? Is there a reason why your mods haven't been fixed right now? Asking these kinds of questions as a paying supporter is 100% fair enough, and any modder who gets mad at their Patreon members for asking for an update is an idiot, because these people are literally paying you money. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and many people have been rude, many people have been threatening, and of course doxing, all because they're missing a Sims 4 mod for like a few days. Are you that chronically online? Are you that much of a loser that you're having a strop waiting for a mod for a video game to be uploaded? Do you guys like realize how demented that is? I'm trying so hard not to laugh to save my voice box. I'm trying so hard not to laugh at these people because what's wrong with them? As I said, like, if you're a paying customer, fair enough. Give your concerns, that is reasonable. Be very mean and making personal attacks is not reasonable, and this is definitely something that the Sims community is absolutely terrible for, making personal attacks over a fucking video game. You fucking loser. Yes, you. I've told you guys like openly so many times that I think the Sims community is absolute wank. The amount of times I've been personally attacked since I became a Sims creator is ridiculous. I've been called everything. For you guys, those of you who watch me who are not chronically online, like, I have been labeled transphobic is the #1 thing, which is so funny to me. Like, if you knew me in real life, like my real life friends know, like, I'm such a trans ally. I've told you before, like I hate the LGBT flags, but I love the trans flag. I'm a massive supporter of trans rights, which is just so funny. They call me a racist, they call me sexist, they call me homophobic. The funniest one is when the Sims community call me a homophobic person, but then in the same sentence they call me the F slur. Honestly, 90% of the time when I get called that word online, do you know who's saying it? I click on their profiles and they they've got LGBT in their bio, which is hilarious. I get accused of being a Nazi. I get accused of being a far-right conservative. Literally everything. Everything ending in ist or phobic, that's me apparently. Or because I give an opinion about Sims 4 pack that somebody else doesn't like, that they make up these lies because they're so drawn to controversy to give themselves some excitement in their boring lives, which I think is really, really sad. Obviously it's pathetic, but I feel sorry for them because obviously they are mentally disordered. The reason why I think there are so many people in the Sims community who are like this is because of the Sims itself. There's obviously toxicity in any gaming community, but the reason why I think the Sims community is particularly toxic is because The Sims is one of those games that not everyone, but some people play because they want to escape real life. So they live in virtual reality. If you're a depressed, angry, incel, chronically online virgin, of course, you are going to indulge in some kind of escapism. So naturally, The Sims attracts these people with angry virgin disorder because they use the game to escape their reality. So when you give an opinion about The Sims 4 that other people don't like, even if it's something as minor as eyelashes, they take it as a personal attack. Because if you think, okay, you guys know I studied psychology at university, I know what I'm talking about. Yes, I do. These people in their heads, The Sims is their life because they've escaped reality because they can't cope with it because they're depressed and anxious. So they live in the Sims world. This is their life. Their whole world revolves around the Sims. When you criticize something even small, they feel like you're personally attacking them. They feel like you are attacking their way of life, their world, and it makes them feel territorial, and humans are territorial creatures, so that's why they act very aggressive. Of course, they are also aggressive because they're sexually frustrated. That is another reason, but fundamentally it's because in their eyes, even though it's very distorted, you are literally attacking their world. This is why I would say the Sims community, I think, is more toxic than others. That's my plausible explanation. So another thing that Simmers are complaining about is a brand, I say Simmers, the Sims community is complaining about is the brand new hairstyle in the game. This hairstyle here. So people are being racist. You guys think I'm making this up? Like, this is how demented these people are. They are being racist over the inclusion of a hair, I'm trying not to laugh, of a hairstyle in the game. You've got, okay, to be fair, there are two polar opposite like toxic people on this one. You've got one toxic side which are being racist, saying, why have you given us this update because blah blah blah, saying horrible racist things which I won't say. And then you've got other people who are being literally like threatening to the Sims team, saying this hair isn't good enough and it needs to look better. This is bad representation. This is the thing, like there's these two weird extremes where you've got one extreme saying like, we don't want this representation because we're racist. And then you've got this other extreme that's like, this representation isn't good enough and it's because you're racist. Like both sides are absolutely psychotic. Yes, they are. They're crazy over a literal hairstyle. I don't even know, like, why are people complaining over a literal hairstyle? Like, it's this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's so sad that people are complaining over something that's literally so small. The thing that I find particularly gross about the Sims community is the righteous toxicity, because, you know, some people, like, they're assholes and they're openly assholes, and do you know what, like, good for you. At least you're genuine, at least you're honest about it. I feel like the Sims community is full of people who think they're holier than Jesus Christ, but they're actually the most vile people. I mean, to put it this way, obviously I get a lot of homophobic abuse online because I'm gay. Like, it is what it is. I get homophobic abuse every single day on every single platform on social media. Like, it is what it is. I would say 99% of the time that homophobic abuse is coming from the, you know, like those woke people who think like their opinions are so valid, and, you know, those people who constantly talk about, you know, inclusivity, diversity. Like, it's those ones who are kind of fake. You know, I always say I'm not woke. It's because of people like this, people who pretend that they're these like incredible, diverse, wonderful people, but actually they're the most horrible people. These are genuinely the ones that give me the most homophobic abuse online. These are the ones who call me ugly all the time online, for example. And this is what I think the Sims community is like in general. And it's not just me who's had this experience. I know so many other content creators, for example, who have had similar experiences. I know that the Sims team themselves get a lot of abuse on social media. I know that modders get a lot of abuse. I know that general members of the Sims community get a lot of abuse. I remember when I was playing The Sims 2 when I was a kid, and I was, you know, back then the internet wasn't like really a thing like it is now. So I was just discovering the concept of like an internet forum, and I decided to go on the Sims forums because I love the Sims 2 so much. So like I was thinking maybe I just want to meet other people who are similar to me, and then I went on it, and I remember looking at it when I was young and thinking like, oh my god, these people are so rude. And I remember thinking that as a bloody child, let alone as an adult, about how rude these people are. I think the Sims community has always been that way ever since The Sims 2, literally from way back when I remember. It's so crazy to me that a game for literally years and years has harnessed such a horrid community. And again, I genuinely think it's because the game is a form of escapism for a lot of people because they hate the world. Either way, I don't think it should be tolerated. As I said at the start of this video, I don't really like to bring up these topics much because I don't like to feed into the negativity. So on a very positive note, even though I dislike the Sims community, something that I do take pride in as a Sims creator is I feel like the SatchOnSims space is a space where we can disagree all the time. Like, you guys tell me you disagree with me all the time, and it's very rare that people argue in my comment section. Most people just agree to disagree, and I think it's really nice that we have this very, very wonderful community here. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so, because SatchOnSims is a safe space. That's so woke. I'm trying not to laugh because of my laryngitis. SatchOnSims is a woke safe space away from incels and angry virgins. So make sure you subscribe so you can stay a part of it. You guys let me know what your experiences are with the Sims community. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.